Welcome back to my podcast. Sorry we had to take a day off yesterday. We took a day off because we're doing our WWE 2K not draft pay-per-view all out or double or nothing for AEW, but I was commentating for a whole hour. But we're back with our podcast. Just to let you know, our podcast is going to be Monday through Fridays. Saturday, Sundays are off. And first thing we're going to talk about today is the NFL. The only thing we're going to talk about is the new rule here. And maybe one more thing. Bobby Wagner signs a 5-year, $90 million deal with the Los Angeles Rams. Aaron Donald and Bobby Wagner on the same team. If Bobby Wagner can still play football, that defensive front line, that defense is going to be so good. It should be good. But, they don't win the Super Bowl. Embarrassing. That's what I'm going to say. Embarrassing. But anyways, talk about the new playoff rule. The new NFL playoff rule is the overtime period. What I personally think about that rule is both teams get the ball to possess in overtime. My personal opinion on that rule is that it's okay. But if you're gonna add a new rule, add it in the regular season too. Like that rule deserves to be added in the regular season, man. I don't know why you wouldn't add the rule in the regular season. If both teams want to get possession of the ball, they should add it. But no, it's in the playoffs. Maybe they might add it next year. Maybe they might not do it. But I was going to say one thing. Imagine if Aaron Rodgers had that rule where both teams get possession of the ball. I believe that Seattle Seahawks versus Green Bay Packers went overtime. Especially that Arizona Cardinals versus Green Bay Packers. The Hail Mary to Jeff Janis. Unbelievable stuff. And the Packers, man, they should have won for 2 right there. They should have won for 2 then. We had momentum. Our defense was giving up big plays all year. And then we seen the Larry Fitzgerald. If Rodgers got the ball, they would have won for 2. They would have scored easily on that Arizona Cardinals secondary. How many Super Bowls would Aaron Rodgers have, man? How many Super Bowls would he have? That's all I want to say. But new rule. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see if the Buffalo Bills can get past it. But this is the NFL. One and done. You can't score. In this league, you're not good enough to win the Super Bowl. You're not good enough. This is the NFL. This is the NFL. It's not college football where both teams get possession of the football. You don't get both. As much as I want to see that, you don't get double or multiple overtimes, let's say. But it's a good first step here for the NFL. We'll see how it is. Another thing real quick. I'm not going to cover any Brewers spring training no more. Not worth the spring training. It's spring training. But we get your team preview set up for Monday. We get you opening day rosters. We'll get you an opening day lineup when it comes out. They go against the Chicago Cubs at Chicago April next week, Thursday. And then they got Baltimore, and then their first home game is next week, Thursday. 2 weeks from now, Thursday, against St. Louis in a 4-game series. We're gonna have to see Albert Pujols. But that is it for the NFL topic. Next topic we're gonna do is last topic of the day is gonna be a long talk about the NBA with a couple good games of last night, including Giannis's step back game tying field goal that went to overtime and his game winning free throws. And my thoughts about the Chris Middleton flagrant. All right. Milwaukee Bucks takes here. This is what the score was. 120 to 119. What a game that was. Giannis. Obviously, man, he's on a different planet. 44, 14, and 6. Giannis Antetokounmpo, man. Can't be stopped, man. He really can't be stopped. Giannis is on a tear lately. And what a game that was. The Bucks and the Nets, man. Milwaukee Bucks, man. They were down by like 11, I believe, in this first half. And then, I think Giannis Antetokounmpo. What this game does for Giannis, man. That step back. That step back 3 to tie the game in overtime was unbelievable. Unbelievable here. amazing. Man, that was just crazy. Giannis Antetokounmpo, is he currently the best player in the world right now? What he's doing this year, even if he doesn't win MVP, in my opinion, he's the best player in the world. The man has done this multiple times. Back in the early days against the New York Knicks, step back, game winning 2. And when he needs to hit a 3 when it matters. That step back last night was nasty. Giannis has been shooting the 3-point shot a lot better this year. At least he has it over 30% this year at 3. Man. I also want to talk about that flagrant foul real quick. That wasn't a flagrant foul on Chris Middleton. That was a hustle block. And Bruce Brown was really gonna finish that. If that was a better, let's say anybody would have blocked that shot. Jrue Holiday would have probably blocked Bruce Brown too, man. That wasn't a flagrant 2. If anything, that's a hard foul. That's an NBA foul. Maybe a flagrant 1 at the best, but that's not a flagrant 2 foul. What Chris Middleton did. As much as I want to show you some replays about what happened, I want to show you the replays only if I could. I'm not gonna take any chances. But if you probably saw it, you know what I'm talking about. I recommend you guys looking it up. I can't show you these replays here, but I recommend you looking at the replay and the hard foul and Giannis' step back. If you did watch that, congratulations. You know what I'm talking about. But I also want to look at the box score real quick. I know the Bucks shot 29%, but when Chris Middleton left, man, the Nets were down by another hole, and they were down by 10 with 3:30. Was 3:30 left. They were down by 10. Crazy how the Bucks go back. Jrue Holiday hit a couple good shots down the stretch. Wesley Matthews playing some good defense. And KD, and then KD again almost beat the Bucks again. He almost decided to beat the Bucks. It was a good play. It was a nice play by KD. He almost ended the Bucks' hearts again, but the Bucks, man, good bounce back victory, and they're the hottest team in the East right now. The Milwaukee Bucks, they are 2 good wins: a hard-fought win against Philly, a hard-fought win against Brooklyn. Tonight they go against the Clippers, I believe. Yes, the Clippers at 705. Bucks are 7.5 favorites to win that game. They were supposed to win by 7 tonight. Let's go back to that box score I was talking about. Some notable stat lines: Jrue Holiday 19, 8, and 4. Middleton was 16 out of 4. He didn't do anything. It was just a Giannis show. They got some good play from Pat Connaughton and Bobby Portis off the bench. Covington with 11, Portis with 9. So notables for the Nets: Kyrie dropped 25. Bruce Brown with a 23, 5 and 3. He took 8 for 17 shots, man. He took almost more shots than KD. Seth Curry had 16. Andre Drummond was the leading rebounder with 10 rebounds. But that whole game, Giannis, man, is starting to put up 40-point games like it's nothing. With all dunks. That's impressive with dunks. Consistently. And he could shoot. Look at the 3-point shot. The Bucks didn't do too good at the 3-point line, but the free throws for Brooklyn, 68%, was probably the issue. The Bucks had 22 turnovers. The Bucks didn't play good to win this game, but Giannis Antetokounmpo balled out and carried this team to the win. The reason they won this game is their advantage on the glass. 57-41. The Bucks out rebounded the Nets. But look at the assist numbers here. 31-17 was favored Brooklyn. Both had 12 steals. I don't know how Brooklyn lost this game, man. To be up by 10 when you have Kyrie and KD. You're telling me you need Ben Simmons too to win a game? You're telling me you need him? When you have Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving? I just found that funny. You're the best player in the league. You got 2 players that are top 10 offensive players here. One top 5 for sure with Kevin Durant. Not even maybe top 3 in our league in scoring wise. Still at the age of this 34-year-old. But It was a good team victory for the Milwaukee Bucks. Both Giannis Antetokounmpo and Kevin Durant helped my fantasy teams, so I appreciate that, man. In my money league, I'm doing. But it was a hard-fought win for the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm gonna keep saying it. Hard-fought win. So that's gonna do it for this game here. Next game coming up next, we got the Los Angeles Lakers against my Utah Jazz. So we talk about the Jazz and Lakers. What we saw from the game last night from Utah. What I saw from Utah is they played better. They played better against the three-point line. Defending the three-point line, Los Angeles Lakers shot 28%. They shot 7 for 25 last night. The Jazz, man, they really got some stuff going on. It was a great team win. No LeBron James from the Lakers tonight. Malik Monk and Westbrook stepped up tonight. I thought Malik Monk dropped a little bit more points last night. I thought he did. I thought he dropped 28, but it's fine. The Utah Jazz, man, finally end a 5-game losing streak. They get a big win here in the Western Conference. They got to start winning games. They got to start winning some games at the end of the season here. So they're another 46-31. Now they're the 6th seed currently, but they're trying to avoid that play-in tournament series. They're not trying to go against Grizzlies or Phoenix Suns in the first round. I think their best option is to go against Dallas. That's my best option, I think. Is to go against the Dallas Mavericks. They could match up very well. There's not really a dominant center on the Dallas Mavericks. Rudy Gobert, man, make it tough. So I'll be okay if the Jazz were the 6th seed to say the season today, and they would be going up against Dallas. But the Los Angeles Lakers, man, 31-45. We'll talk about the standings once again. But right now they're getting some big people back. LeBron's coming back soon. I think Anthony Davis is coming back this Sunday. So they're going to be okay. But how about Dwight Howard? 21-12, man. You don't see those numbers no more for Dwight, man. 21-12. He can still play. And he did his role. Westbrook, 24, 6 and 7 did his role. But Rudy Gobert, 25 and 17 was just too much for Dwight. And Donovan Mitchell, 29 and 7. The Jazz had 8 turnovers last night to the Lakers 11. Well, they had a couple more assists, some steals. They didn't shoot too good from the free throw line. But they defended the three-point line, which is the most important part of the game. You got to be able to defend the three-point line, and they did a great job against the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, can they translate this to other teams? I think they could. But they got to play like this every night. And many believe this is the last dance for the Utah Jazz, man. Is this it for Donovan? Because they haven't been playing good playoff basketball in the playoffs. So if you look at it here, they lost a couple of games in the series. The last good series is when they shocked Paul George and Russell Westbrook and Carmelo Anthony against OKC in that playoff series when they had Ricky Rubio. They lost 4-1 eventually to the Houston Rockets in the conference semifinals in the Western. Then last couple of years when the first round exits or a tough law. It was a tough playoff series last year against the Clippers. When they had a 26-point lead in the third quarter and they didn't play. So is this it for Donovan Mitchell and Quinn Snyder? Is this it for Quinn Snyder? Is this his last run as the Utah Jazz head coach? As much as I don't want to see him go, he's a good coach. People say he makes terrible. Yeah, sometimes he does some terrible things. In game wise, but Quinn Snyder, man, he's a coach, so man, I respect him. And yeah. So let's get the box score. Some of the Bulls that you're not going to be able to see. I'm going to let you know what happened for the Lakers, man, and the Utah Jazz. Glad the Jazz beat the Lakers because, every time the Lakers get one of these super teams, the last super team they had like this was like a Steve Nash, Dwight Howard, Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, Kobe. They didn't do too good either. They bounced out of the first round. And I think that's the only season they had together. I think the injuries played a big part. I think there was injuries in that. But look at the box score here. Malik Monk gets a 14, Carmelo at 12, and Taylor Horton-Tucker 11. What I was talking about the other day was Stanley Johnson. He scored 2 points on 3 shots, 23 minutes. His age, man. He's averaging on the season for Stanley Johnson. He's 25 years old, so has potential to be okay. But 6'4" and 1 assist. And Westbrook the last couple games, he's been playing better basketball, shooting the wise. Looks a little bit better, shooting 50%, 9 for 18. He's been starting to feel his groove again. The Lakers can go play in a spot. It could be a scary 8th seed, but they go against Phoenix. They're not going to be able to. They're not going to beat them. We see what happened last year. They go against Memphis. Memphis is just going to be a little bit too fast for them. But we never know. We never know if Anthony Davis wants to play like Anthony Davis. That's the biggest issue with the Los Angeles Lakers. Is Anthony Davis is not playing like New Orleans Pelicans Anthony Davis. He's playing soft. He's won a championship. He's been playing soft since then, since that bubble. He hasn't been the same. Like, he might drop like 25, but 4 rebounds? Where's the other 10 rebounds you're supposed to get? Anthony Davis, where are you? Go back to what you do best, in the paint. Take it. Attack it to the paint. And don't let the contact affect your game. Because if that's the issue with Anthony Davis, is the contact by other players just now. I feel like it's because of Giannis now. Giannis has made Anthony Davis a softer player. He just bullies Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, man. Hit the weight room a little bit more. And do what you do best. Take it in the paint. That's my biggest concern about Anthony Davis right now. He might drop those 25 points a game. He might do that. Well, he's not averaging the highs he wants to. I want to look at his stats real quick. Anthony Davis, 35 minutes a game, he's only averaging 23 points, 9 rebounds, 2.3 blocks. Those are still pretty good numbers. Well, those aren't Anthony Davis numbers the Lakers want. The Lakers want him to average 28 points a game, 13 rebounds a game. The blocks are fine, but they want him to average more rebounds per game. I know he's been hurt, but I'm not. Stats are different. Yeah, he's averaging 23.7 per game, but that's not the Anthony Davis I know. The Anthony Davis right now should be averaging 30 and 13. But Utah Jazz with a good team effort. They got a lot of good team effort. How about Hancho Herro-Gomez for the Utah Jazz getting some minutes, man? He's finally found a spot, man. The Jazz, we like you off our rotation. You can shoot the 3. You're a tall power forward. That's what we need. We need your height. And maybe if they struggle against the 3-point line, they put him in the game. Hancho Herro-Gomez defending the 3-point line when they needed to. So, the Utah Jazz right now, they're in a good spot right now. They're in a great spot. 46 and 31. They're going to the playoffs for sure. So our next game we're going to be talking about is DeMar DeRozan's 50-point game. So we look at the Bulls and the Clippers, like I said before. What a game for the Clippers and Bulls to have. It was a great game. Especially DeMar DeRozan was the player of the night last night, dropping a 50-point piece game. 50 points. Unreal stuff. Ray Jackson had a nice 34 and 7. But DeMar DeRozan, man, I saw that game. He was taking over. The Clippers had no answer for them. It was a good game. Bulls struggled from the 3-point line, but DeMar DeRozan, again, he dropped a 50-point bomb. And it was a big win for Chicago Bulls right now. A team that was 45 and 32. And DeMar DeRozan is playing some good ball. And he's been the I feel like if they don't have DeMar DeRozan where the Chicago Bulls are they realistically a playoff team? Because Zach LaVine got hurt. Are they statistically or realistically a playoff team here? No, maybe not. Maybe they're not a playoff team, but DeMar DeRozan is unreal, man. Look at the stats here. We'll go over some stats here with the Bulls and Clippers. Is that DeMar DeRozan on the year, man? He's averaging 27 points a game, or 28 now because of that 50-point game. 5 rebounds, 5 assists. To me, he should be in the MVP votes. The MVP race. If this is a race right now, it's between the Giannis, Joel Embiid, the Jokic, and DeMar DeRozan. That's what it's going to be at. It's unreal what he's doing. Zach LaVine played, but he struggled. 5 for 17. Nikola Vukovic had a nice 22 and 14 game. Got 11 points and Patrick Williams came back. He had 10 and 12. And Patrick Williams, man, kid has potential. He's only 20 years old. Patrick Williams is going to be something good for the Chicago Bulls. You know what? I was thinking about this, what else going to happen, man. I thought the Bulls should have traded Patrick Williams for Jeremy Grant from the Detroit Pistons. You know, they should have made that move. But they didn't. They kept Patrick Williams. He's 20 years old. He has a lot of upside here for the Chicago Bulls. And the Chicago Bulls want to keep one of their pieces here. But he has a lot of upside here for the Bulls, you know. Clippers had some guys, a couple guys. Paul George struggled. 7 for 20 after that. And this is why you can't compare him to Kobe. You can't compare Paul George to Kobe. 7 for 20. 22 points. The leading scorer is Reggie Jackson with 34. He shot 12 for 23. A nice game for Reggie. Well, Paul George, man. If you want to be that guy to be compared like Kobe, you don't have to be compared by Kobe, but he didn't play good. He struggled. I think the Clippers are just, if they're healthy, they're a good center away from being a big-time team in the playoffs. They're a good team. They can get a great center. I know Zubac, he's okay, but he's not a legit center. Because what he's averaging on the year, he's averaging 10 points per game, 8 rebounds. That's not true center stats. He was a second-round pick by the Lakers back in 2016. But he's only getting 24 minutes a game. They need a center that can play 30 to 32 minutes per night. The Clippers are just one more step away from being a dangerous team in the league. I don't expect Kawhi coming back. I don't expect a big playoff run from the Clippers. I expect a first-round exit. They're going to win a play-in game for sure. But I expect a first-round exit from the Los Angeles Clippers. But, man, it's just amazing seeing what's going on. But all the notable games that we won't talk about. Let's get the final scores of these games. Pistons defeated the Philadelphia 76ers 102-94. It was great to see that, but the Clippers just really struggled to play. I said the Clippers, the 76ers, my bad. Box score here was Joe dropped 37, but James Harden, he shot 4 for 15. Cannot do that against the Pistons. How do you shoot 4 for 15 against the Pistons? Cade Cunningham balled out at 27. He's starting to hoop, man. Cade Cunningham starting to hoop. Starting to get in a rhythm here. And another score of the night was Hawks defeated the Cavaliers 131-107. So what does it bring up to? Our NBA standings. So here's the current NBA standings right here. The race is looking wild. The Suns have clinched the 1 seed already at 62-14. And Grizzlies most likely gonna clinch the 2 seed. It's a race between the 3, 4, 5, 6. The Jazz actually passed up the Nuggets in the standings. And you can see what the play-in 8, 9, and 10 is wide open. Clippers most likely gonna verse the Wolves in that play-in. And look at right here, Pelicans, Spurs, Lakers, all are within a couple games with each other. Pelicans are gonna get in. I feel like it's gonna be the battle for the Spurs and Lakers. The Lakers have lost 4 in a row. That's not helping, but they're lucky. The Spurs are also 31-45. We also have this year in the Eastern Conference, the Heat. They have not clinched the 1 seed yet. They're 49-28. The Bucks with that good win last night, 40-28. The Celtics have lost 2 in a row. The Sixers have lost 3 in a row. The Bulls have won 2, so they're 4 games out. The Raptors are technically still in it. They're 4. They have won 4. So Raptors could have a chance for the 1 seed. Most likely the Bucks. It's in between the Heat and Bucks, I feel like. 76ers lost 2 big games, so they still have a chance, though. But it's most likely for those top 4 teams. You can see those move around as the last couple weeks of the season go on. But here are the notable games at the top. Suns versus Grizzlies is going to be a good one tonight. Big game right there at the bottom. Pelicans versus Lakers and Wolves versus Nuggets right there. The Spurs go against the Blazers. Blazers still technically have a chance, but they're most likely out. And then right here, the Clippers versus the Bucks. And then we got the Raptors versus Magic. And then many more games as you can see right here. And last thing but not least, we'll talk about something big for WWE. We got some wrestling news real quick. So hold up. So WWE news tonight. Yes, I don't have the card out, but what I can do is give you Intercontinental Championship matches, and we got a big Intercontinental, a big battle royal tonight. Get a list of names in a second. About the Intercontinental Championship match, we got Ricochet versus Alberto Carrillo and Angel Garza in triple threat match. Who do I think is gonna win that match? I think it's gonna be Angel Garza and Carrillo. They're gonna get distracted because they're former tag team champs, and when they're arguing, Ricochet is gonna come up with a pin, and I think like he's gonna pin them for the win. And then we got a battle royal tonight. It's the Andre Memorial Battle Royal. What I thought about that, that should be on WrestleMania because it makes more sense to have it on WrestleMania. I know there's a lot of matches already, but I'm not a big fan of this Friday night SmackDown WrestleMania thing. What's going on tonight? But it is what it is. Respect to the WWE. But I think there's an United States Championship match tonight. Finn Balor's defending. We'll see what that goes. Friday Night SmackDown's on Fox tonight. Don't forget to watch that. And yeah, that's basically all for that's the big news for WWE. And Monday it will be just a WrestleMania podcast. For what happened, what were the results that we saw, and then yeah. So thank you for watching this another podcast. It was a little short, 26-minute podcast. But we are back and ready to go once again. I'm gonna try to do this uploading once I can. I'm gonna be starting work soon again, but I will try to get these uploads up. It might be a little bit later in the day, might be a little later, might be early in the morning. So hopefully I can get up early in the morning, get these podcasts ready to go. But thank you. And why are you still watching this? You don't have to watch this. I'm just here talking still, so peace. Sure.